This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, keys to victory for Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter. This is going to be a little bit more serious video. Not going to be too much of Etherin and Merkins. Not going to be too much of banter, but just basically breaking the fight down. Here's the keys of victories for Errol Spence, because he's the only one that's going to win the fight. Shawn Porter's not going to win this fight. There's just no scenario where I even give him a 1% chance. This is what Errol Spence has to do. Like I said, the only way Shawn Porter wins this fight, because he's a constipated fighter, is Errol Spence has to be blown 3 times over the legal limit, or Errol Spence has to have a severe leg injury that impacts his superior lateral movement. If he has either one of those, then yeah, Shawn Porter will win the fight. But other than that, if both of them are coming in at 100%, tactical aggression versus ineffective aggression, I mean, you guys could kind of put 2 and 2 together. But here's the real keys to the fight and how the fight's going to go down. So take out your notepads and get to the damn scribbling. Shawn Porter likes to throw inadvertent headbutts. I'm going to say that again. Shawn Constipated Porter likes to throw inadvertent headbutts. If you guys go back and look at some of his other fights, Shawn Porter is a very dirty fighter. He has a very short stance and a short height. His ass is what, 5'6"? So in order for him to be effective in his ineffective aggression style, he has to fight you dirty. So he likes to throw that head around. I think he took that playbook from Evander Holyfield. Go listen to him. He said one of his favorite fighters growing up was Evander Holyfield. I wonder why. If you guys understand the reference, you guys understand what I'm saying here. All you got to do is look at the Andre Berto fight. That was evident. Go listen to Errol Spence. When Errol Spence sparred him, Errol Spence said, man, you better not try to throw them damn headbutts. Go look at when they were talking to each other face to face. He said, you better not try none of that illegal head stuff, because if you do, I'm going to make you pay. This is what Errol Spence has to do. Every time Shawn Porter tries to go in and loop in with that head, he needs to punch down on his head. The reason why Errol Spence will be able to do that is because Errol Spence is the taller fighter. We're talking about Errol Spence at 5'9.5", almost 5'10", Shawn Porter at 5'6". So every time Shawn Porter comes in with that headbutt nonsense, where he's trying to zoom in like he's a whirlwind or a tornado, Errol Spence every time just needs to go in there with an overhand right or overhand left and punch down on that head. By him doing that, it's going to send a message to Shawn Porter, you can't come in here with that headbutt nonsense. That's the first keys. The second key that Errol Spence needs to do, Errol Spence needs to use lateral movement a lot more than he would in any fight. We're talking about consistent lateral movement. And I'm not talking about the north and south, because if he does north and south, it's going to play into Shawn Porter's style, because Shawn Porter's style is a smothering style. I'm talking about east to west lateral movement. By him doing that, it's going to disrupt Shawn Porter's smothering timing, because there's a timing madness to Shawn Porter's smothering style. He likes to be able to time you so that he can be able to counter his smothering into that timing that he's figured out with you. So Errol Spence doesn't throw the same punch twice. Errol Spence doesn't move at the same velocity each and every time he's moving. He's always switching up his acceleration on not only his hand speed, but his foot speed. So he's going to have to do that a lot more in this fight, meaning he's going to have his stamina there a lot more. He can't fight the way he did against the Mikey Garcia fight. He has to fight in his normal bulldozing style, because that's the style where he has that unlimited tank. So basically, he's going to have to get with that world-renowned strength and conditioning coach that he gets with, that teaches him those football drills. He's going to have to be able to go 18 rounds, bar none. That's another way of how Errol Spence is going to win this fight. Because by him having that continuous east and west lateral movement ability, it's going to disrupt Shawn Porter's smothering ability. So Shawn Porter won't be able to smother him, because guess what? In order to smother somebody, they have to be a fixed target, right? But if the person is constantly moving east to west, you can't smother that. So that's another key. The third key, Errol Spence is going to have to basically use that beautiful jab that he does, the one that blinds you. He's going to have to keep that in Shawn Porter's face. Why? Because Shawn Porter has that herky-jerky lateral movement type of style where he tries to come in like a football player. He basically tries to zigzag you. If Errol Spence keeps that jab right in front of him, then he can't fix on how to zigzag his target. Does that make sense to you guys? Because what happens is when Errol Spence keeps that jab out there, it's going to blind Shawn Porter. Hence, while he's blinding Shawn Porter, he's also throwing something with means intentions that come right behind the jab so that he could tag him each and every single time. This is what we call technical punching placement. This is what Errol Spence is going to have to do. And then the last thing, Errol Spence is going to have to invest in the body from the jump. Meaning every time Shawn Porter comes in and he does something reckless, bam, body shot. Not upstairs, body shot. He needs to go to the body way more than he's done with any other fighter because Shawn Porter's a big boy. So he's going to have to take a chunk out of him. By investing in the body for the first 6 to 7 rounds, he's basically ensuring that 8th to 9th round KO or TKO stoppage that I told you he was going to get. Because he's going to invest so much into the body where he's going to wear down Shawn Porter. You guys will know when Shawn Porter's ass is worn down because you won't be seeing him doing all of this herky-jerky movement. You won't be seeing him doing all of this ineffective aggression lateral type movement. Once you see that stuff is slowed down, that means the investment in the body is taking place. Those are the keys to victory for Errol Spence. And only for him. I'm not giving no keys for Shawn Porter because, like I said, the only way Shawn Porter wins this fight is if Errol Spence, I'm going to say it again, blows 3 times the legal alcohol limit. That means, what's the legal limit? 0.008. So he has to blow 0.24. Or he has to have a severe leg injury that affects him so much to the point where his lateral movement, his ability to move the ring and have ring generalship and cut the ring off is severely affected. That's the only keys for Shawn Porter to win that fight. But if both fighters are coming in 100%, Errol Spence is coming in bulldozing form, and he's in that strength and conditioning frame and stamina, those are the ways that he's going to have to beat up Shawn Porter. He does that, fight is over. 8th to 9th round KO or TKO stoppage. Kenny Porter, get ready to throw that towel because your boy is officially going to become what I call a PBC face-to-face and PBC announcer after that fight. He's going to take a chunk out of that man's career. Just like he just recently retired Kell Brook, this will be the next victim in line. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.